Have you ever had a thought so powerful it felt like it reached out and touched reality? That moment you think of someone, and your phone rings, with their name on the screen. That gut feeling so strong it pulls your car over just before you round a blind corner and avoid a disaster. That brilliant idea that hits you in the shower, seemingly out of thin air, solving a problem you've been wrestling with for months. What if I told you those aren't just coincidences or lucky breaks? What if they were proof? Proof that you are far more powerful than you've ever been led to believe. Proof that you are, right now, operating across multiple dimensions of reality, and you're just beginning to remember how to use it. For thousands of years, this wasn't a mystery. This was the central knowledge guarded by the ancient Egyptian mystery schools. The scribe god Thoth called it accessing the halls of Amenti, the infinite libraries of possibility. They taught that our solid, three-dimensional world is just the tip of the iceberg. The densest layer of a much deeper, fluid, and intelligent reality. But this knowledge was systematically suppressed, fragmented, and hidden away. Today, it's the same truth that quantum physicists call non-local consciousness and that Silicon Valley visionaries use to hack reality. Meanwhile, most of us are still living in what I call a 3D nightmare, believing that success only comes from grinding harder, hustling longer, and competing endlessly. We're using a supercomputer, like a paperweight. We've been taught a story about how reality works since we were kids. A story that says the universe is a giant machine. Push button A, get result B, work hard, get rewarded. Follow the rules, find success. It's a story of separation, that you are here, and what you want is over there, and you have to fight and struggle to cross that gap. It's a story built on force. But that story is breaking down. And you feel it, don't you? The old ways of forcing things just aren't working like they used to. It feels exhausting. That's because you're starting to brush up against the truth. The real mechanics of reality aren't about force, they're about frequency. It's not about chasing, it's about resonating. Imagine you're in a room with 100 different radio stations all playing at once. They all exist in the exact same space. But you only hear the one station your radio is tuned to. That's exactly how dimensions work. Third-dimensional consciousness is like being stuck on one static-filled station, convinced that's all there is. But fifth-dimensional awareness? That's the moment you realize you are the one holding the dial. You realize there are other stations, stations of flow, of synchronicity, of effortless creation, and they've been broadcasting all along. When you shift into this awareness, everything changes. You move from separation to connection. You start to feel that you're not a lonely island in a hostile sea, but an integral part of a living, intelligent universe that is responding to you. You move from force to flow. Instead of grinding, you start attracting. And you move from linear time to magic. That's when you start experiencing those coincidences that are too perfect to be random. Opportunities find you. The right people show up. Solutions appear. This is what the mystic Neville Goddard talked about with feeling is the secret. It's not about positive thinking. It's about generating the internal feeling of the wish already fulfilled. When you can genuinely feel, in your body, what it's like to already have that dream job, to already be in that loving relationship, to already be in perfect health, you emit a new frequency. And the physical world has no choice but to rearrange itself to match that signal. You're not attracting what you want, you're becoming it, and reality is just mirroring back who you've become. Right now, your body and mind are going through an upgrade to hold this frequency. It's why old wounds might be coming up to the surface to be healed, not to punish you, but because they are old, heavy energy that can't exist in this new, lighter vibration. It's why you might feel more sensitive to crowds, or to negative news, or to certain people. You're not becoming fragile, you're becoming discerning. Your internal guidance system is coming online, and it's asking you to protect your energy. This shift is happening collectively. The chaos you see in the world isn't an accident, it's the sound of the old, crumbling structure that can no longer support our expanding consciousness. The question isn't if this is happening. The question is, will you participate consciously? Or will you let it happen to you unconsciously? You don't need to go to a temple or a mountaintop to access this. You just need to remember. It's happening in those quiet moments of intuition. It's happening in that creative flow state. It's happening in that deep sense of peace you get in nature. Your job is to notice it. To trust it. To lean into it. Start today. The next time you have a gut feeling, follow it. The next time you get a creative download, honor it. The next time you feel yourself getting stressed and trying to force an outcome, just stop. Breathe. And ask yourself, what would this feel like if it were already easy? If it were already done? Then, try on that feeling. Wear it for a few minutes. That simple act is you, consciously, turning the dial. You were never meant to struggle. You were designed to create. This is your awakening. This is you remembering your power. Tune in.